this na the kind of question wey dem fit give you for your JAMB physics exam question examination, and they go want you make you find an answer to this question in just some few minutes. Now this video na to take help you as you dey prepare for your JAMB exam, so that you go know some of those tricks and tactics wey you go use take solve questions like this. Now the question say one block of mass 2.0 kg resting on a smooth horizontal plane is acted upon simultaneously, that is together, by two forces. One dey act north na 10 Newton, and the other one dey act east na 10 Newton. They now say the magnitude of the acceleration wey dey produced by the forces on the block na wetin. Now remember wetin I dey always tell my students: if you dey solve question for physics, 3 things you go ask yourself: na wetin dem give me, 2 na wetin I dey look for, and 3 na which formula I fit take solve am. So we go apply the first one now. The first one wey we go apply na wetin dem give us. Now for this question, they give us the mass of the block. They say the mass of the block na 2 kg. 2, they tell us say the force, e get force wey dey act for the north, and that force na 10 Newton. We no know the force. They still tell us say e get force wey dey act to move the object to the east, and that force na 10 Newton. We no know wetin the effect be. And the next one, they say make we find the acceleration. That one we don't get am. The next question wey you go ask yourself be say na wetin I dey look for. We don't get am. Wetin we dey look for na acceleration. Now the question be say na which formulas for physics I fit take solve this question. All these things na the thinking wey you go do fast, so that you go solve the question fast. But I dey take am suffering so that you go understand am well well, and that one will help you solve your question for physics easily. Now this kind of question demand say you get need say make you draw, so that you go understand am very well. Now they say one block, we can't take am say this thing now the block. They say the block dey for one horizontal plane. Now the horizontal plane be this. The block dey rest for this horizontal plane. Now they can't tell us say the block, 2 forces they act up on top am. One, they push am to the east. This one na 10 Newton, and they push this block to the east. And he say one, they act on this block to bring am down, and he say this one too na 10 Newton. Remember they say the block na wetin na 2 kg. So you see say we get 2 forces now. One they push the block go like this, and the other one they push the block they come down. This one let me say na 2 forces. So you get another force where they act for this force, for this thing. As this one they try push am down, you get frictional force. This one na the force will come as a result of the weight of the block, because the weight of the block they go down. So this one na be mass times the acceleration due to gravity. So as this one they push am down, you get some other frictional force. This one na the frictional force wey dey stop this object from moving. We dey call am frictional force. As this one they try push am, the other one go dey try to stop am. The force they act under here. So when any object dey on top any plane, e get many forces wey dey act on top that object. That na wetin the picture dey explain. Now the question now say make you find the acceleration. How you go take find the acceleration? Remember say for physics, force na equal to mass times acceleration when you get to do with speed. And still yet, force fit still be equal to mass times acceleration due to gravity when it be say the object they fall. Now the question you go ask yourself say, how I fit take get all these answers to this question? Now we won't look the resultant of the force wey dey act for this block. Remember say one of the force they act down, the other one they do wetin, they act to push the distance like this. Then the resultant of the force na go be here, and this one will be the resultant of the force. If this one be A, this one be B, this one na C, then the resultant of the force na be this. So there they tell us say this one na 10 Newton, and they still tell us say this one na 10 Newton. So wetin be the resultant of the force? Remember, if you use Pythagoras theorem, because this thing na right angle triangle, if you use Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse will be the resultant square go dey equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. So that means our R square go dey equal to 100 plus 100. So our R square go dey equal to 200. So that means our resultant go dey equal to the square root of 200. Now for this channel, we dey try to teach you physics down to the basis so that you go understand physics. And one thing about physics be say when you understand am very well, no other question wey person go fit ask you for that topic wey you no go fit answer. So we don't get the resultant. The resultant na wetin? Na 200. Now the question you go ask yourself be say, wetin I go use this resultant to? The force, that's the resultant force, now we dey look for the resultant force, because this na force, this na force. The resultant force now we dey look for, and the resultant force na wetin? Na root of 200. Now make we find the square root of 200. If we find the square root of 200, the square root of 200 go give me square root of 200 go give me 14.14 Newton. So this one now na 14.14 Newton. Now the question now I go ask myself is, wetin I go use this do? Because they give me the mass and they give me the make I find the acceleration. So that means the resultant force is equal to the mass times the acceleration. So that means the acceleration now will be equal to the resultant force divided by the mass. Maybe so you see say your answer don't come out. Now if I do that one, the resultant force, the acceleration go dey equal to the resultant force now 14.14 divided by the mass now waiting 2 kg, and this one now in Newton. So you see we will get Newton per kilogram. So if you divide this now, 14 point this divided by 2, it will give me waiting. It will give me 7.07 Newton per kg. That is it. And this Newton per kg now still the same distance for waiting for acceleration, and now still the same thing with meter per second what square. So the answer na 7.07 meter per second square, because this na another unit for what? For acceleration when it carry force and what? And the mass of the object. So the answer na 7.07 meter per what? Per seconds, and the answer na waiting na B. So you see say if you go fit answer physics, think of physics, reason on top physics, you go fit answer am very easy. If you enjoy watching this video, make you no forget to give am thumbs up. And remember, as una JAMB exam dey draw closer, we will give una topic question for physics like that until the day wey you go do your exam. If you dey fortunate, because this thing na real past question for JAMB, if you dey fortunate say you go see this question for your screen, for your CBT screen that day, that one go give you pass mark. You go just tick the option and waka dey go your way. So if you like this video, make you share it with friends, and also subscribe to our channel so that you could enjoy some of this our video as we bring them out. Thanks so much for watching our channel, and I will see you watch them next time. Bye bye.